I deeply regret the decision by the Russian Federation to terminate the implementation of the Black Sea Initiative, including the withdrawal of Russian security guarantees for navigation in the northwestern part of the Black Sea.
In this week's SNG Explains, we'll try and understand why Russia backed out of the Black Sea grain deal. On the 19th of July, Russia bombed the Ukrainian port of Odesa, destroying about 60,000 tons of grain stored there for export. It came 2 days after Russia walked out of the one-year-old Black Sea grain deal, whereby it had agreed not to attack ships carrying Ukrainian grain to overseas destinations. Around 33 million tons was exported in the process. So what explains Russia's action? Russia says the deal should also allow the export of its own grain and fertilizer currently under international sanctions because of the Ukraine war. Moscow is also demanding that sanctions be lifted on its agricultural bank and its SWIFT membership restored. It wants to resume exports of ammonia.
Продовольча безпека. Готуємо розмову з паном Генсеком ООН. Позиція України завжди була і буде максимально чіткою. Ніхто не має права руйнувати продовольчу безпеку будь-якого народу. І якщо якась там купка людей десь там в Кремлі вважає, що вони нібито мають право вирішувати, чи буде їжа на столах в державах різних, в Єгипті, або в Судані, в Ємені, або в Бангладеш, в Китаї, в Індії, Туреччині, в Індонезії, то світ має можливість показати, що шантаж не дозволений нікому.
The West is unlikely to bite for now, but with the IMF warning that the world could again face a food shortage, with poorer countries facing the brunt, the pressure on the West to act is only likely to grow.
Madam Chair, India continues to remain concerned over the situation in Ukraine. The conflict has resulted in the loss of lives and misery for its people, particularly for the women, children and elderly. It is also unfortunate, Chair, that as the trajectory of the Ukraine conflict unfolds, the entire global South has suffered a substantial collateral damage. It is thus critical that the voice of the global South be heard and that their legitimate concerns be duly addressed. India's approach to the Ukraine conflict, Chair, will continue to be people-centric. We are providing both humanitarian assistance to Ukraine and economic support to some of our neighbors in the global South under economic distress, even as they stare at the escalating cost of food, fuel and fertilizers, which has been a consequential fallout of the ongoing conflict. In light of my Prime Minister's repeated engagements with both sides, it is essential to emphasize that we firmly believe that this is not an era of war. It is with this understanding and spirit that India actively participates in this debate.
India is watching the developments closely. Wheat production has fallen domestically and mill owners are demanding that wheat exports be allowed so prices remain stable and they do not go out of business. But the moment India does that, international wheat prices will shoot up, worsening the problem. Stay tuned for more such topics. Watch our previous explainers on the channel. We'll be back with a new topic. Till then, keep watching StratNewsGlobal.